Hi, my name's Meredith. Welcome to abasiccook.com. Today I'm going to show you how to do a simple roast chicken recipe. When I was growing up in New Zealand, it was one of my favourite meals, and although I watched my parents and my grandmother cook lots of things, including roast chicken, many times, it wasn't until I left home that I really developed any cooking skills whatsoever. When I first moved out of home, it was one of the very first things I was asked to do when I was staying with some people, and the thought horrified me. There's no such thing as the internet back then to learn how. Anyway, I'll take you through the ingredients first. First up, I've got a 1.5 kilogram chicken, which is at room temperature. So I've taken it out of the fridge a good hour or so before I want to cook it. I've also got some oil, which we're going to put over the top of the chicken. I'm using canola or rapeseed oil, but you can use olive oil or any other type of mild, flavourless oil. I've got a lemon, some flat leaf parsley, and salt and pepper. So first up, I'm going to take the chicken and put it into my roasting dish. Then I'm going to wash my hands, because on chicken, the chicken can carry something called salmonella. It's a kind of bacteria, and it's quite harmful. So once the chicken's cooked, it'll be fine to eat, but any raw chicken can be quite dangerous. So you need to make sure you wash your utensils and your hands. So I'm going to take a little bit of the oil, and I'm going to just cover over, probably using about roughly a tablespoon of the oil. And I'm going to give that a good rub around to make sure that that's covering all the surfaces of the chicken. Actually, I just realised I've got an absorbent pad underneath which came with it, so you don't want to roast that. Okay, and I'm going to take the lemon and I'm going to pop it into the cavity. You can actually do different stuffings, put different herbs in, but for the purposes of this simple recipe, we're just going to use a lemon and some flat leaf parsley, which I'm going to poke in there. And that'll make the chicken have a nice lemony flavour. So again, I need to wash my hands. And next I'm going to just grind over some fresh pepper, and sprinkle over some salt. Don't need too much, just a little on the skin. And then I'm going to pop it into the oven. Now, the cooking time depends on how large your chicken is. So this one's 1.5 kilograms, and the rule of thumb is that it's 20 minutes per 500 grams, or 1.1 pounds. Now, with some chickens, if you get them from the supermarket, they might actually have a label on them, or say somewhere on the packaging what their cooking time is, but it should be 20 minutes per 500 grams plus half an hour. So in this case, it's going to be 1.5 hours until it's ready. And you want to make sure that your oven is preheated and up to temperature. You want to cook it at 190 degrees fan or 200 normal. My oven's a fan oven, so I just need to wait until it's at 190 before I can put it in. Here's a close-up of what your chicken will look like before it goes into the oven. It's just got a thin layer of oil over the top and some salt and pepper, and the skin should come out nice and crispy at the end of the cooking time. Okay, so I've had to wait for about 5 or 10 minutes for my oven to preheat and get up to 190 degrees fan, which it's now at, so I'm ready to put the chicken in the oven. I'm putting it in the centre of the tray in about the middle of the oven, and putting the timer on for 1.5 hours. That's great. Now you can relax or use the time to prepare roast vegetables if you're going to do that with your roast chicken. Okay, our chicken's now been cooking for 1.5 hours, and the oven timer has gone off to say that it's ready. As you can see, it's a nice golden brown colour, and the skin is nice and crispy. The chicken should be cooked thoroughly right through, and there shouldn't be any side, but I'm going to show you a way that you can just double check that it has been cooked properly, and it's going to be delicious to eat. So you can take a skewer and you plunge it right into the fattest part of the chicken and just check there that the juices that are flowing out are clear. I don't know if you can see that, but it's nice and clear. And I also like to check right in the thickest part here of the drumstick. There's no red juice coming out. So it is nicely cooked. So I'm going to lift the chicken out. I've got a big fork to help me, and I'm just holding it upright so that the juices are flowing out of the chicken. Okay, I have to be honest, I'm not the world's greatest carver, but I'll show you how I approach it. First, I've removed the string that is often around the bird to keep it together, and then I'm just going to remove the drumstick first, so you can get a bit of a look at how it looks inside. There you go, drumstick, and then you can see how juicy the chicken is. The meat just really falls off the bone. Okay, we've carved up the chicken now, and the meat's all ready to be used. It's absolutely delicious, and I can't wait to start eating it. So thanks so much for watching, and bon appetit.